Welcome to the program. This is On Air, and I'm your host. My name is HEZRON Ngosa. I'm excited and I'm privileged to host Mr. Gregoire Ndjaka, who is Director General for Africa Union of Broadcasters. He'll be joining us right after this short break. Welcome back. Well, today we're privileged as ZNBC to host the Director General of Africa Union of Broadcasters. Now, Africa Union of Broadcasters was established in 1962 as the Union of National Radio and Television Organization of African States. And named Africa Union of Broadcasters, AUB, at the 2006 General Assembly held in Abuja. The Africa Union of Broadcasters is a professional body composed of the National Radio and Television Organization of African States that are committed to the development of all aspects of broadcasting in Africa. And I'm privileged to host the Director General of Africa Union of Broadcasters, Mr. Ndjaka. Welcome to On Air.
Welcome. Thank you, HEZRON.
Great. First, I would like to find out from you, what's the purpose of your visit to Zambia?
Thank you. Before answering to that question, I would like from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the AUB crew to thank Mr. Richard Ngonsa, the Director General of ZNBC, and all his crew for the warm welcome we received here since we came in Zambia. Now, you are asking me what is the purpose of my visit here. You know, we have 46 members. And I took from Mr. Lawrence Atiasi on the 7th of January this year. And I found that it was necessary for me to meet members, to discuss with them, to see how we can build together all this industry. In particular, in this period where we are going from analog to digitalization.
Exactly.
You know, with digitalization, we have new challenges. So I came here to discuss with the crew of ZNBC, and I'm happy to say that this discussion was fruitful. And as they used to say in Latin, veni vidi vici, means that I came, I saw, and I'm going back very happy because we did a lot of things together.
Well, wonderful. I would like to allow you to give us an overview of some of the notable achievement that your organization has achieved. I think if we can take it back from 2006.
Yes, it will be very difficult for me to talk about 2006 and 2006 because I was not there. But from the files, I can say that we have done a lot of things. The first thing is that you know, we did a lot of exchange of programs between members. That is one of our work we are supposed to do. We train a lot of journalists and even producer and technician. And we had a battle of spectrum, you know, the battle of spectrum with digitalization. AUB is the one who did this battle for all the continent, all Africa. And for some years now, we have been distributing the World Cup, FIFA World Cup. We did it when the World Cup was in South Africa. We did it when it was in Brazil. And my wish is that we should continue with the Russia World Cup. And within all those things, we did a lot of things, seminars, and so on. And the most important achievement, as far as I'm concerned, that's my point of view, my intimate point of view, is that we keep the light of broadcasting in Africa continue. It means that people knows when they are coming to Africa that they have in front, they will meet AUB, they will discuss with AUB on how to deal with our members, how to improve in all this industry. And that is a major achievement.
Well, Mr. Ndjaka, I would like you categorically to to help us understand how is your organization dealing with the issue of Western media and how that they propagate Africa to be a continent at war. How is your organization helping to reshape that perception?
You know, I had an opportunity to do my training in Canada, France, and even in Japan. And when you watch at the media of all those the Western countries, you see that they talk about Africa only when there is a crisis. They tell you, there is a genocide here, there is hunger here, there are people fighting here, and so on. So as AUB, we have to work to give another image of Africa, to make sure that people there knows that in Africa there are African working to improve the life of other Africans. There are countries in peace, like in Zambia. There are here people who are fighting for development, people who are in let us say, the field of research, doing a lot of things. So we have been doing a lot in that way. And when I was telling you one of the results of my visit here, during an exchange with Mr. Richard Ngonsa, we thought that we must try to promote of an idea of programs around the theme, who are we in Africa? Who are we? Yes, you know, we are here in one part of Africa. I'm coming from Central Africa, where we speak French. We have some realities there which are not here. You go in South Africa, you meet something Arabic and Portuguese areas. So there is a sort of diversity, and in this diversity, we have a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to teach, and we will try to promote that idea, which for me we can link it with the 10th anniversary of AUB, which will take place in Ndjaka latest this year or early next year.
Well, wonderful. Just that excites me, because now we're looking at how we are integrating the issue of content. In terms of content, we are referring to movies. When you talk about the story of the Central African, the South African story, same applies to the Zambian story. There's some similarities. How are you helping African broadcasters to share this content?
Yes, first of all, I attended 1 month ago a meeting in Beijing where we were talking about digitalization. I think that if people want to help Africa, they must help us to master the equipment. But the content must be African content, because nobody can come here and talk about fufu than a Zambian. Nobody can come here and talk about the way of life of Zambian than a Zambian. So as Chinese used to say, you have to learn how to catch fish, not be eating fish from other people. So in AUB, we have a big program of training. This program will start, I think, before the end of this year in Mozambique, with one seminar which will take place there on the climate change. And it is the beginning, you see, of climate change. It will be the first seminar I will organize as a CEO of AUB. After that, on the occasion of the 10th anniversary of AUB, we intend to make a forum on the content where we will invite all directors of program and productions. Each and every one of them will come, and we will share the ideas on how we can improve our programs. And I can also say, besides that, we have a program for young journalists. These journalists can come with good ideas of program. We will try to see how we can look for means for that. And those programs will be broadcasted all over our continent. So we have a lot of things to do. I think we will improve. We have to face the situation. But believe me, we cannot win the battle of the content if we want to behave as one entity. We need networking.
Exactly.
Even when you go to United States, you go to China, you go to Japan, you go to France, you will see that the only thing which work is networking. And in Africa for now, the best instrument of networking is AUB.
Wonderful.
And I would like to tell you that we are lucky because we have in Nairobi, that is Kenya, one of the best archives on African realities, politics, economic, cultural, and whatever. But unfortunately, these archives are still in analog. One of the purposes of my visit in China, and I will go on the 27th in France, is to look for the funding so that we can transform these archives from analog to digitals. And tell me, believe me, when you go there, when you want to do the history of the fight of Dr. K.K. Kaunda for independence of this country, you will find the images in Nairobi. I'm not sure you can find these images here. So we have to do our best to digitalize this. And the history behind that is that when I came, the first proposal I received came from Google. They wanted to come and buy the images, which is not possible. This is African property. It belongs to all nations, belongs to you, belongs to everybody. This is our history. This is it is our soul, if you want. We cannot sell it. So my fight as the CEO of AUB is that we can digitalize this thing and these images and send them back to our members' organization. That's one of the biggest project I have for now.
Now, you know, football, soccer in Africa is second to religion. It's more or less like a religion, you know. And Zambia particularly, we love soccer. So now we want to find out, why are AFCON games expensive?
Soccer is, as you said, it's a religion. There is nobody on earth here who can tell you I'm indifferent to soccer. Women, men, and so on, young, old, you participate to soccer by watching it on TV. And I happen to be director of cooperation in Cameroon Radio Television and director of human resources after, and I was for 10 years the one negotiating the football rights. And if you go on the website of AUB, you will see that in my tender to become Director General, the first thing for me, the first item was to solve the problem of football, soccer rights. And we convened on the last 17th of May in Ndjaka a big meeting under the auspices of President Macky Sall and the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister came for that meeting. The head of state made a statement. And this meeting was with the CEOs of public medias in Africa. The main subjects was to see how we can fight against the constant increment of prices of soccer, of AFCON. We decided that the best way is to negotiate it as a team. If you go as Zambia, they cheat you. You go as Cameroon, they will cheat you. They have been doing that. But if you go as a team, you say, we are here to negotiate for all of us. It will be a very good thing. And AUB was assigned to start this negotiation. We formed a team of 5 people. They are lawyers, they are people who know sport very well. And for some time now, we have been asking to a group like Lagardère to come for negotiation. Unfortunately, they don't want to come. They don't want to come because they know what will be the result. And the fact that they are not coming gives me a lot of strength to know that we are on a good way. Because if there was if they did not have anything to hide, they would have come. If they decide not to come, it means that there is something there. It means that we have really touched where is very sensitive for them. So I came also to remind the crew of the management of ZNBC that there was this engagement. They should not negotiate alone with them. They should ask these people to go back to AUB, to go back to the team which was formed for that negotiation. And I think, and this comes from the bottom of my heart, if we don't succeed today, we will succeed tomorrow. In fact, the seed is already in the ground. We are waiting. We have only to wait for the development of this seed, and I think this is a battle we will win.
We will win.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Apart of that, there is something I want to underline, is that we started, there is that crew of negotiation, but we went to African Union, where we put a file so that our national teams should be declared as object of public interest. And I'm happy to announce that for the last meeting in Kigali, this was voted by our head of state. It means that AUB is working on this team. We will continue the battle. It's not easy, but in fact, there is hope.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Great. Well, I should say it was great hosting you, Mr. Ndjaka, and I'm hopeful that the seed you have sown of persistence will win, so that a lot of people can participate in, making sure that they push their teams as they participate in the AFCON games.
Yes, it is a common subject. We have to fight, all of us. We have to make sure that all stones are turned. I don't know if that's the best word in English.
Very correct.
So that at the end of the day, what belongs to Africa should become an African property.
Well, that was Mr. Ndjaka, of course, the Director General of Africa Union of Broadcasters. For now, we go on a musical break, and after the song, we'll join my colleague, Isabel.